Hello traders, Jason G here from Responsible Day Trading, and this is your Monday weekly rundown on the E-mini S&P futures. Today is Sunday, 27th of February 2023. Pre-markets hasn't quite opened up just yet. I'm on UK time here, so a little bit ahead of this. By the time you see this, the pre-market will be running, and probably even the live market will be running normal market trading hours. So yeah, Sunday review for the week. Let's take a look at the news as we always do. Give us an idea what to expect. So these are the high volatility red news, potentially high volatility red news events for US markets. Lots of events going on this week. News every day. Notably, the PMIs and crude oil inventory, jobless claims, those are the ones that really should get the market moving. If you're not someone that trades news, I would suggest you watch out for these times and sit on the sidelines maybe 15 minutes before a big news event like this, and then just wait until price action settles down before you start to look to get back involved in the market, right? It's a safe thing to do. So if you're not sure where you can get this information from, we have a market news section here on the website. So just go to responsibledaytrading.com and you will find the market news there, and you can adjust your filters over here depending on what you want to see. All right, let's look at the markets technical analysis time, starting with a top-down perspective of the market. We're going to take a look at the daily chart. Is the daily, you can see since it's quite a while now, this trend channel to the downside that I've had marked out. We're talking beginning of 2022, so strong trend channel to the downside with a dynamic resistance line there on the upper extremity of that channel. And then we stepped out of it as a bit of a washout move here for all of those traders trailing their stops behind this line here. A lot of them I thought this was the actual washout move here. It was, and then coming back again, even bigger move here. So the last few days we've been pulling back towards the outer extremity of that resistance line there, so the expectation is to fully make it to there. This is not deadly precise, as you can see. It needs tweaking from time to time, so I don't think I'm too far off here. Let's see if we can get a little bit more accurate there. All right, so yeah, we've actually hit it already, so you can see now I've adjusted that. You can see we've actually hit it, and put a little bounce off of that external previous resistance. Now let's see if it turns into support, right? It could hold and start to push on up, or we could do what we did last time and fail and just pass straight through here again, right? So if we do, then ultimately there are a few stops along the way over a period of time. Who knows how long? Last time it was pretty quick, just a couple of days before we made it down here. But yeah, so each one of these bars represent one day on the daily chart. But ultimately, we're looking to make lower lows, moving down to this 50% mid-range there, and who knows where from there. But yeah, keep an eye out. Really, the key for me is if we do enter into this channel with some conviction, we could maybe enter and then find some support here, pull back. It might get a bit messy every time we get up here, or it could just start to use that as resistance again and then continue to the downside or back out again. So it's quite a significant trend channel line, no question about it. The major pivots are in place on that trend channel line, so when you look at it, it's worth paying attention to that. As far as MACDs go, we have strong BBs to the downside, fairly strong, straight through the zero line with no sort of hesitation there. So it's really looking like I said, we've got to see how we react to this now potentially new support dynamic trend channel line. It's a bit of a mouthful, that, isn't it? But yeah, we'll see if we hold and we bounce. Keep an eye out for things like divergence. But if this doesn't hold, then expectations is to push down quite a bit. So yeah, MACDs are down to the downside for now. Let's take a look at the next one. I'm just going to jump onto the 10946 for a little bit more of a zoom in. Bit of price action, technical analysis here. So you have a fair amount of retracement divergence on that move to the upside here. You can see that retracement here. 80% retracement, and maybe from this point here about 30-40% retracement. So a bit of divergence, pushed on, kept on pushing up. Just overall, obviously from the daily, you can see that the price has been strong to the downside. EMAs starting to now, well, they've flattened out already. We have crossed the zero line, and we do have sort of some different levels here of previous support, could turn into resistance, right? So we're keeping an eye on this area where we're at now, see if that holds. Then the next area here above, and so on. But pretty much where my horizontal lines are marked out, right? These are all sort of key areas that we've seen some respect, a lot of price action going on around it. So we could keep pushing to the upside here. We'll see. I mean, big strong moves to the downside. I don't think we're going to keep pushing too far up before we turn around and come back down again. But that's all based off of what's happening over here, right? So if this does hold, this could be the point where we start to make high highs. So that's what I'm really paying attention to. So let's have a quick look at trading chart 1597. Not getting any live data at the moment, or it's just opening up now possibly. Keeping an eye on the time. I don't usually look at the market, the pre-market time, so I am connected, but I'm not seeing any price action yet. So let's have a look on the 1597. So we made this move down, big strong move down, put in a bit of support. We've got a gap move to the upside. You can see it over here as well. EMAs, we had the crossover over here. We are, in terms of BBs, we crossed through the zero line with a lot of strength. We've got this sort of triple top, multiple top area, which you can see is over here. Potential previous support in that area, potential resistance. So really, we've got a breakthrough here with some conviction to move on to the next level at 39.95. We're at 39.79 now. So let's see how we do. If we do break through here, maybe pull back and put in some support along this sort of area here. We can then push on up. If this holds, then moving down to maybe challenge or retest this sort of area here. Okay, we might bounce around, we might move sideways a little bit in this area. Can't be entirely sure with this whether it's going to hold or not, but the overall bias for the for the masses is to the downside, right? You can just see here it's all down, right? So let's see how well we can push up, but I don't think it's going to be, news could change all that, and that's the thing with news could turn it all. If the news is really good, this could be where all the buying sort of starts again, but otherwise it's the same, just continuing with the same expectations until I see something different. Right now, strong bias to the downside, expect those deeper retracements, look for good opportunities to preferably sell into that, you know, keeping that sell bias on your side where possible, until you see some convincing moves to the upside, right? Until we see breaking this area, pulling back, and continuing, and continuing on up, right? Then I might be looking at longs, but right now I'm just waiting for those deeper retracement opportunities to sell back into downside again. Yeah, keep an open mind though, keep an eye on what's going on, pay close attention. Like I say, with the MACDs here, we've got a lot of strength at the moment. We're getting a bit of a slowdown. We could get a slow and roll, something like that. So this could start to roll over. And if it does, you know, there'll be some sort of sell opportunities there. Right. So guys, I hope that's helpful for you. Hope it's helped you set a little bit of your expectations for the rest of the week. If you have any questions, feel free to post them on the video. You know where to reach us on social media. We're across all the different platforms, right? So you can find us on everywhere you look. That's it, guys. Have a great week and trade well.